Hello, welcome to Female Nature. I am your host, Victoria Chinenye Okoli. On this episode, we will be looking at the possibility of preventing infertility that is caused by fibroids. I've always wondered, why is it that sisters, sisters of the same mom, direct blood sisters, some who had children earlier didn't have issues with fibroids, and those who delayed childbearing, maybe way from after they are 30 years of age, mostly people in this group are affected by fibroids. They ate the same food, they were brought up in the same household, in the same family. Why is that? So I've been trying to analyze the situation. I've looked around most people close to me, my cousins, people I know, a lot of women. Then I'm wondering, why is it that some people, the same parents, the women, some women in the same family can have, they don't have any issues with fibroids, and their sisters have, or some those who didn't have children earlier, they ended up having maybe one or two, or at least they had less than they desired. So today we'll be discussing and trying to understand the situation, because I've realized most people who are affected by fibroids, they had children way after 30 years, or at least from the age of 30. In my opinion, and I strongly believe this, delayed childbearing is the cause of fibroids building up. There are exceptional circumstances anyway, we know that. Some people, even if they start having children after the age of 30, they don't have any issues with fibroids. But think about it, look around you, consider the situation carefully. Most of the black women who suffer with fibroids, they didn't open the womb in their 20s. They didn't have children in their 20s. And then most, they have, um, when those who had in their 20s, they don't have any problems with fibroids. Even if they do have problems with fibroids, that's later on, and it didn't affect them having the number of children that they desired in their hearts. Let's think about it. When we are thirsty, we have to drink. If we delay having water, there's an effect, there's a repercussion for that. When we are hungry and we keep putting off eating food for days or so, then there's a problem. The body suffers. So, in the same way, I think when a woman's body is ready to have children from late teens, early 20s, if the woman delays, then the fibroids build up. So that means the fibroids will, the estrogen will start to keep itself busy because it is not being utilized. And especially if there's high production of estrogen in the body, as we discussed in previous episodes. Estrogen will start keeping itself busy, thinking, oh, well, when you're busy with other things, let me just occupy myself. And it will start forming balls in the womb. And then that's when the problem starts. Our moms, our aunties, our grandmothers, they had children early in life, and they didn't have issue of childlessness because of fibroid or issues of fibroid building up in the stomach. Even if it happened later on, after they've had their children, it wasn't a problem for them anymore. Don't get me wrong, education is very important. When a woman is educated, the whole nation is educated. While young women aspire to be educated, high educational qualifications, uh, set themselves up, um, have cars, or have build their careers, or have a house. Having children early should also be on top of their priority. It may be that it is somebody's desire to marry first before having kids. This is fine. This is really good. But if a young woman is getting to the age of 30 and they're not married yet, I suggest that they reconsider their priorities, especially if it is their desire to have children at some point. We all understand that, we all know that men are totally different. Men can have children at any age. But for women, the window is so narrow, it is so small that we cannot waste it. Even from the age of 31, it becomes a problem for a woman to conceive. I know that there are lucky few and they can go on and maybe in their 40s or even in early 50s or so, they still have children. But most of the time, when women delay having children, opening the womb in their 20s, problem occurs. It is fine if, as I mentioned, if a woman is willing or planning to set herself up and before having children, but having children for a woman, having children should be part of your priorities of achievement in life. I know fibroid can occur in women after they've had all their children, as I mentioned. That's fine. It doesn't disturb them anymore. So they don't have to be having all this worry and going having repeated trips to the hospital or to their GP, or being cut open and the fibroid keep recurring and all that. Our main focus for discussion is not fibroids that occur later in life when a woman has had all the children that she desires in her heart. Our main focus is to address the pain that women are facing, the problem, the difficulty that they go through, whether they are married or not. And it's even worse when they are married, because it's only them who can explain, who can understand the pain that they are going through trying to conceive or trying to keep a pregnancy. So our main focus is looking at how to tackle the problem of those who haven't had children at all, not those who have had children and develop fibroids later on. So my people, I'm sharing this with you. I'm very convinced that the problem of fibroids and childlessness, or not having enough children that one desires, is not having children in early 20s or before the age of 30. Because by then, fibroids are, the estrogen is already building up in the body. I would like you to share this message with all young people around you. Let us create more awareness among our young women, particularly. Share this message with every woman around you. Let this be a focus of discussion. For women, we can multitask. We cannot keep off having children until whenever it suits us, much later down the years, maybe after the age of 30 or so. There is a price tag. There is a price to pay for a woman to delay childbearing. If it is your desire, if it is a young woman's desire to have her family, to have children, I suggest the earlier the better. And again, if a woman's intention is to marry first, focus on it, plan around it, and pray. You have faith that you're going to marry, then take action, do something. Don't be putting off maybe I'm not saying that this is the issue anyway, but don't be putting off getting married or putting off the likely man or a man who is likely to be your husband because of this or that or different reasons, or because you have a long list of expectations. Reconsider your situation, reprioritize. So please share this message with everybody around you. Let us all try together to tackle the issue of childlessness, infertility caused by fibroids. Early childbearing is the key. Thank you for joining us today.